Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief keeps you informed about what's happening in Annapolis and Arundel County and Maryland. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and, of course, local weather. Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Wednesday, May 4th, 2022. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief. You know, I discovered something surprising yesterday. I always made the assumption that once the DNB was out and done, no one listened to it because quite literally it's yesterday's news. But yesterday I got an email and a text from two different people responding to Liz doing last Thursday's DNB, asking if I was okay. Well, hey, thank you very much for the concern. And to be honest, I'm kind of flattered that people actually care about yesterday's news. Well, let's get into today's news, shall we? Quickly following up on a story about a man dressed as poop in the county council chambers. Well, he was protesting the Police Accountability Board, and apparently the imagery was insufficient, and he also released a fart bomb in council chambers. He was removed from the chambers and, strangely enough, was not cited by the police for anything. Somewhere, someplace, there's a mom asking herself, where did it all go wrong? One of my favorite COVID programs, Inclusive Ventures with the Arundel Economic Development Corporation, just graduated a new class. This is the program that takes an existing minority-owned business and gives them intensive expert counseling over a 6-week period, and in the end, sends them off with a certificate and a check for $5,000. It really is a fantastic program, and congrats to the latest group of 10 who made it. Harbor Holistic in Severna Park, K&C Technologies from Odenton, Zen Crystals in Annapolis, Salmon Insurance in Linthicum, RA Movers from Hanover, Peak Social right here in Annapolis, Alchemy Designs in Arnold, Teal Education Services in Crofton, the August Rose Health Center in Glen Burnie, and McFeely Window Fashions in Millersville. Congrats to all. I'm looking forward to hearing all about your ongoing successes. Hey, and if any of you want to do a local business spotlight, have your people call my people and we'll make it happen. The city of Annapolis is losing a public works director to Prince George's County. Michael Johnson was hired in the midst of the COVID pandemic and was able to keep public works rolling on through it all. City manager David Gerald says finding a replacement will be very difficult since there are very few qualified candidates in the job market. He managed 108 employees and made $176,000 a year. And there have been other high-level vacancies in the administration as of late. Well, that's not too unusual because you usually do see an exodus after the first term. But Chief of Staff, a position that actually never existed prior to Mayor Buckley being elected, she left late last month and has been replaced. The Director of Planning and Zoning left just after the election, and her replacement is starting a little bit later this month. And the Transportation Director left late last year and has yet to be replaced. So if you want to run transportation or public works, have your people call the mayor's people and make that happen. I don't have all the details on this one just yet, but Annapolis citizens that are not involved in boards and commissions tend to like to sue when they don't like things. We know about the Crab Creek Conservancy suing to block the village at Providence Point, and now I just learned from an Eastport resident that the lofts at Eastport, which is that apartment community slated for the end of the Eastport Shopping Center, has been successfully blocked for now. The city and the Planning Commission and the Board of Appeals all pretty much gave it the green light in November of 2020, but a group of residents took it to circuit court, and the court has said that the developer did not comply with city code on police protection, stormwater mitigation, and traffic. So now I guess they go back to the drawing board. Hey, if you're about to get a driver's license and really freak out about that practical test with the MVA person in the car with you, go get that license now. For COVID, they put the instructor outside of the car and they instructed you where to go and what to do on a closed course. They actually eliminated some of the maneuvers as well as that on-road portion. Well, on June 6th, the MVA is putting the people back in the cars and reinstating all of the maneuvers and taking you out on the road. Y'all been warned. Not terribly local, but apparently one of the wild horses on Assateague has been discovered to be, well, a wild animal. The National Park Service says that one horse named Delegate's Pride, which probably is appropriate, became aggressive looking for human food. So he is being shipped off to the Cleveland Armory Black Beauty Ranch. Well, that is in Texas, not in Cleveland, so I guess that's good. But seriously, the horse was there first. It's a wild animal. And now he is being exiled because he wanted to eat, and apparently the park admits too many illiterate humans that can't understand the meaning of, quote, don't feed the wild horses? Sheesh. As we begin to wrap up, congrats to the Boatyard Bar and Grill and Sailor Oyster Bar. They were both named 2 of the top 10 restaurants in the greater Chesapeake Bay area for oyster shell recycling. The Boatyard came in 4th with 901 bushels, and Sailor was 9th with 581. There were only 3 other Maryland restaurants that placed: Riley's Oyster in Hunt Valley, the Walrus Oyster and Ale House in Columbia, and the Lexington Market in Baltimore. Now, this is all part of the Oyster Recovery Partnership and their Shell Recycling Alliance, so congrats to Sailor and Boatyard for representing Annapolis so well. Way to go. Okay, and that's a wrap on the news. Monday, I got a chance to chat with Samantha Fish, and she was awesome, and I can't wait to see her at the Chesapeake Bay Blues Fest on the 20th and 21st of this month, but you can hear our conversation at noon today when that bonus pod drops. As for our local business spotlight on Saturday, it's One You Love Home Care, a nearly brand new business in town, and that was really kind of interesting. And then following week, Shannon and Mark from Bean Rush Cafe. All right, that is it for the news, but first a quick thank you to our sponsors for this daily news brief: the Arts Council of Anne Arundel County, Solar Energy Services, the Kristi Neidhardt Team of Northrop Realty, a Long and Foster Company, and the Roof Guy, Annapolis. Okay, so now hang tight. George Young from DC MDVA Weather is standing by with your locally forecast weather report. And of course, we have Bridget, also known as BeeprBuzz, with all of your music news in Annapolis After Dark. All of that coming up in just a bit.
Join the party at the Westin Annapolis on May 14th for the Arts Council of Anne Arundel County's premier fundraising event, Paint the Town. We'll celebrate 29 years of providing leadership and advocacy for our local arts community. You'll enjoy cocktails, dinner, and live entertainment with special guests Sel Spitfire, Christy Allen, Jonathan Stone, Mike Noonan, and the Annapolis Symphony Academy String Quartet, and more. Get your tickets now at www.acaac.org. That's www.acaac.org.
Hi, this is Gary Ledard, owner of the Roof Guy Annapolis. For over 15 years, my team has worked with hundreds of homeowners to provide the highest quality roofing in Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. As a homeowner myself, I understand when it's time for a new roof, you need to find a roofing company you can actually trust. One that will give you the bottom line. No fluff, no runaround. At The Roof Guy, it's my goal to build lifelong relationships and aspire to change what people have come to expect from a roofing contractor by delivering great experiences. So if you're looking for a roofing company in Annapolis or Anne Arundel County that holds the highest standards for quality, craftsmanship, and business reputation, call me today to schedule your free roof evaluation at 410-570-4956 or visit my website at theroofguyannapolis.com.
When you live near Annapolis, you know how fickle the weather can be. So you need a truly local forecast that's accurate and reliable. Forecast right here in Annapolis. DCMDVA weather is not just for today, but for the rest of the week and the weekend too. Now here's George Young of DCMDVA Weather with the weather outlook for today and beyond.
Hey everyone, this is George with DCMDVA Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Wednesday, May 4th. Yesterday was another nice day across the Annapolis region despite some stubborn AM clouds, but changes will kick in today and will likely last through Mother's Day Sunday. Look for warm temps today in the mid-70s to lower 80s for PM highs, but expect some showers and some thunderstorms as well as low pressure moves by well to the northwest but pushes a couple of different frontal boundaries across the mid-Atlantic region, which will help keep skies unstable all day. From there, it's cooler temps tomorrow with cloudy skies and highs near 70, with another cold front then expected to move through on Friday with highs in the mid or upper 60s, along with more PM showers and maybe some thunderstorms as well, with the rain threat lasting through much of Saturday, with cooler temps for the weekend with highs only around 60 degrees both Saturday and Sunday, give or take a few degrees. though skies should at least be dry for Mother's Day Sunday despite well below average temps and some breezy winds. Okay, that's it for today. This is George Young of DC MDVA Weather. Make it a great day out there today. Stay healthy and be safe. Be sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter for regular updates each day, as well as through our website at dcmdvaweather.info. And as always, be sure to download our DC MDVA Weather app on all of your devices from either the Apple or Google App Stores, so you can always stay weather informed.
Hello, energy consumers. This is Rick Peters, president of Solar Energy Services. Is all this talk of inflation making you uneasy? Me too, especially the uncertainty. How bad will it eat into my future purchasing power? Well, don't feel helpless, because solar energy can give you some financial control. By installing and owning your solar system, you can lock out electricity cost inflation by locking in your electricity price for more than 25 years. Many of our inflation-fighting clean energy systems offset 100% of the annual electricity demands. Customers frequently add electric vehicle charging and backup batteries to their solar projects, providing them inexpensive auto fuel and additional energy security for the home. Let's make 2022 the year that you freeze energy inflation in its tracks by committing to affordable, clean solar energy. Call us today at 410-923-6090 or visit us at solarsaves.net. But don't wait another minute. Sunshine's a wasted.
Sunshine, sunshine, nothing else can make me feel so fine.
The music scene in Anne Arundel County is popping, and sometimes it's hard to sort through it all. From blues to pop, from funk to ska, BeeprBuzz has it all covered for you in this week's Annapolis After Dark.
Good morning, Annapolis. BeeprBuzz here with your Annapolis After Dark weekend music highlights for Wednesday, May 3rd through Sunday, May 8th. This edition includes the best spots for music for Cinco de Mayo and music on Mother's Day. Go to the socials for Annapolis Streaming and BeeprBuzz, and also both websites for the full schedule as we update the event and all the websites with changes so you know before you go. AnnapolisStreaming.com and BeeprBuzz.com. Live music for tonight, Wednesday, May the 4th be with you. And also with Michael Kay of Pretty Big Deal and Rusty Henshaw up at Senor Chili's in Arnold. Also playing tonight, Jack Shank will be at Graduate Hotel in the Trophy Room. Dave Chappelle and Friends will be at 49 West, known as Hippie Happy Hour. Scribe will also be playing at 49 West. And Heemstraw will be on the keys at Gary's Grill in Severna Park. Thursday, Get to the Point for Dan Haas and Happy Cinco de Mayo. DJ FO4 will be up at Graduate Hotel in the Trophy Room. There will be a mariachi band at Caliente Grill. Honey Soul, formerly Mac and Blue, will be at Dark Horse. Chris Button will be at Broadneck Grill in the Cape. And Laura Young will be DJing at the Broadneck Grill location in Edgewater. One of my favorite nights on Maryland Avenue, Irish Traditional Session Night at Galway Bay is back with Peter Bryce. The sounds of Ireland can be heard up and down the street, and it makes you feel like you are really there. Thursday may be Cinco de Mayo, but it's also the first Thursday of the month, which means beer release night at all Rams Head locations. Try Live Mas Lager, beer release until 7 p.m., and keep the glass. If you happen to head over the bridge, it's the first Thursday of the season at Big Al Tiki Bar with one of my favorites, J. Corsi Willis. Weekend music, Friday night, start with Happy Hour at Blackwall Hitch with Dana B. and stay for Timmy Metz Band. New to the scene, Leela Dawson will be at Reynolds Tavern. Brent Austin Dunn will be at the White Oak Tavern in Ellicott City. Dan Haas will be at Brian Baru. Glamour Kitty will be Rockin' Twain's Tavern, which used to be Bamboo Bernie's. And here is a treat, Larry Lay will be at Sullivan's Cove on Friday night. And another treat, Scribe will be at Stan and Joe's. Pretty Big Deal, full band will be downstairs at Middleton Tavern. Saturday in the afternoon, catch the Pretty Music Academy free showcase matinee at Copper Creek, formerly known as Shooters, in Severna Park, right on Ritchie Highway. And then catch Honey Soul, formerly known as Mac and Blue, there later that night. One of my favorites, Loose Cannons, will be up at Brian Baru. Stone Jones Band will be at Knights of Pythias in Edgewater. And Tommy McGee Band will be at Dark Horse. Over on the shore, Wheelhouse Rock Band will be rocking the Jetty Dock Bar on Saturday afternoon. Sunday Fun Day. If you're taking Mom out to brunch, Unified Jazz Ensemble will be playing at Blackwall Hitch, and Tom Lagana will be playing at Ram's Head Tavern. In the afternoon, Sean Sattel will be at Galway Bay. Moran Trip Band will be at Brian Baru. And if you happen to get to that show, be sure to wish a happy Mother's Day to Shane Tripp's mom, Tina, because I know she will be there. She's a huge supporter of our music scene. And here's another treat. Wendell Live will be performing at Carpaccio's early Sunday afternoon. Sunday evening, catch Joe Holt at 49 West and Sean Owen at Stan & Joe's. Remember, these are just the highlights. Find the full schedule of music for all of the Annapolis and the surrounding areas on the Annapolis Streaming Facebook event and on the websites annapolisstreaming.com and BeeprBuzz.com, spelled BeeprBuzz. There will also be a complete listing of Cinco de Mayo events listed on BeeprBuzz, so be sure to check that out. And I'll see you out there.
Another moving moment from Kristi Neidhardt of the Kristi Neidhardt Team from Northrop Realty, a Long and Foster company.
One of the most common questions we get, how do I maximize the value of my home before I sell it? It's a great question. We look at improvements like investments. What is the rate of return? For example, if we invest $5,000 in painting kitchen cabinets and installing granite, how much more will our home sell for? The answer? About $25,000 more. That's a 500% return on investment. Because of returns like this, we have started a program called Investing in You. We know cash is often tight when you're making a move, and we are here to help. We will front you up to $15,000 to invest in refreshing your home before you list it, with the agreement to be paid back once your home settles. Call us today so we can help you maximize your home's value.
That's another moving moment from Kristi Neidhardt. To get in touch, call 410-599-1370 or visit kn-team.com. That's kn-team.com.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues, this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. And don't forget about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. And make sure you follow us on Facebook at All Annapolis and on Twitter at Eye on Annapolis. This Daily News Brief podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 6 a.m.